Well, today the iPhone 14 went on sale. It's the latest version of the original Apple iPhone. Where did you first see or get your hands on an iPhone?
Wow, that was 2012?
Okay.
2012 or 11. I believe it was 2011 when I bought it was the 3S or 3S. Yeah, I guess
3GS?
Yeah, 3G, the 3G phone, that little curved on the back. That was my first phone, and then from that I've moved to the 4S, then the 5C, then 6S. I generally skipped every generation.
Yeah, you do. No one gets every phone every year.
Well, I mean, there are people who buy literally every phone every year. I don't know what's the big this thing, but that's how it's been. I migrated from a BlackBerry to iPhone straight, never went to Android, and that's why whenever I hold an Android phone in my hand, it feels very alien. So yeah, I've been like an iPhone person from over a decade now.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people had those early phones. I remember picking one up in America, 07 in a shop going, oh, that looks pretty good, and then put it down, not realizing it would single-handedly change the world and business as we know it. Well, the first person to get their hands on the latest iPhone 14 was food blogger, known for Table of One. He's a food and travel blogger. Rafeez Ahmed managed to do it. Thanks for joining us on Talk 100.3.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me.
No, how did you get your hands on the first iPhone 14 at the Apple Store in Dubai Mall?
Okay, so actually a week ago when Apple announced the iPhone 14 worldwide, so they opened a reservation which not everyone knew about it. So people are going crazy for pre-ordering the iPhone. I was one of them. But then I got to know that there was an option to go and pick up the iPhone on the day it launches, which is today. So that's it. I went for the first slot itself, which was at 8 a.m. So I went like 2 hours earlier to the Mall of the Emirates, and it was packed. I saw like around 300 to 400 people waiting in line to get the phone today. But most of them couldn't get it because they didn't make the reservation. Luckily, since I got the chance to like walk in first. It was a great experience. Like I especially wanted to do it for my vlog too. Mm-hmm. So it was an amazing thing.
So we saw it on your Instagram that you walked in and all the Apple employees were clapping for you, cheering for you as if you crossed the 100-meter mark, beating Usain Bolt.
No, that's Apple's tradition worldwide. So any Apple showroom in the world, if you're the first person to walk in during the launch, so that's the thing. They're gonna clap and welcome you in.
And how did it feel?
So
did you feel like a rock star?
Oh my God! I felt like a celebrity because the whole crowd, the people who couldn't get the phone, they just kept looking at me. Even when I walked out of the store, I had like around easily 100 people walk up to me and ask me if I'm gonna sell the phone to them. Ooh. They were like ready to pay me like 1K extra from the actual price. So that's how crazy it is.
No way! Weren't you tempted that 1,000 straight up right here in your hand, and then probably book an appointment for tomorrow and get the second phone?
I kind of regret it because I just applied for one phone. Like I registered just for one phone because I'm actually a big techie, so I don't sell phones. Like I usually get my hands on all these devices.
Okay.
So I didn't have any idea get my hands on all these devices.
Okay.
So I didn't have any idea of reselling it. But then when I saw the crowd, this was my first time ever. I was on the place, seeing all this happen. So I was like, oh my God, I should have got an extra iPhone so that I could have just sold it off on price.
What made you choose the color purple?
Definitely because of all the hype. But honestly, I would prefer the black. The black was really amazing. I ordered for the purple one, but then once I went there, when I saw the colors, the black, it's a new black too. It was
hang on. You're saying you turned down an opportunity to sell the phone at a profit, and you're already saying now you would have got a different one.
Actually, yeah.
This is interesting. So now that you got this, what are your thoughts? You are in all these hours from 8 o'clock in the morning till now. You would have used the phone. You are a techie yourself. What's your review on this phone?
So me being a blogger, the first aspect for me was the camera, and it's brilliant. I've already did one review. So the first thing I did was I had to film a restaurant review. So I took the 14 Pro and it was amazing. The camera-wise, it's beautiful. Apart from that, I'm not gonna lie, it's just the same thing as what I saw on 13 Pro. Nothing major, apart from the camera.
Are you someone who do you I know you work as a blogger. Does that mean you upgrade every year?
Honestly, I do. That's kind of like an investment for me because I need to up my quality So I do, and plus I'm a techie too. So I like to, even if I was not a blogger, I would still probably get it. And not just Apple, I do get Samsung and whatever it is. I make sure like I get to use the phone.
So you're telling me that you buy every phone that comes out every year, including the Huawei's and the Vivos and
Not the Huawei's, all the Samsung. Like I was there for the launch for the Samsung S22
Right.
Plus, S22 Ultra. So I do that often, but not the Huawei because Huawei doesn't support the Google and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So except Huawei, but yeah, I got my hands on Google Pixel, which we don't get it here, but I get it through online. So I frequently keep this one main phone, which is my iPhone. Since I'm a content creator, iPhone is like a very necessary thing for me.
Right.
But apart from that, I just keep trying out like various other phones. That's what I always do. Like every 3 months you meet me, you'll see me having some other new phone.
Nice. I mean, Rafeez, tell me something. The other day I was sitting at a place where I had a bunch of content creators, the top guys here in the UAE. And
Okay.
the one thing that was common amongst them, and that was the usage of iPhone. I didn't see anyone using an Android phone. Why is Apple or an iPhone such a hit amongst content creators, bloggers, vloggers? Is it the ease of editing them, or is just like a little thing that, hey, even I use iPhone?
Honestly, it's actually it's a bit technical. It's not that about editing. I mean, anyone can blog in any phone, but when it comes to Instagram, so Instagram has specifically designed because Apple launches just 4 phones maximum a year. So it's easier for Instagram to design the app according to the cameras of the iPhone specifically.
Okay.
That's why the quality when you film on an iPhone is amazing for Instagram. But for Android, it's impossible. Like they release like around 1,000 phones a year.
Right.
So Instagram can't specifically make the app workable for each phone. So they just release a general software for all the Android phones. That's not with iPhone. iPhone's got this specific. That's why Instagram on iPhone is simply better than any phone.
That's right. I mean, in fact, if you remember, Instagram when it launched only for iPhones. Only later did they come up with their version for Android.
Yeah.
So that marriage was already made in heaven.
Also, Rafeez, I'm in the market for an upgrade. You're not selling an iPhone 13 at a good price now, are you?
Don't say no, Rafeez.
I
You
mean,
might just regret.
what do you do? Do you trade yours in, or do you keep them all each year?
I'm literally on my way to trade. I'm gonna sell off my iPhone 13 Pro. I had a 13 Pro Max, so I'm just going on my way to give it to a friend of mine. He's buying it from me.
Unbelievable. He's a blogger and a hustler. He's the Dubai story, all in one. Rafeez Ahmed, we can see you on your Instagram accounts. There's Table for One. There's also Tech for One. And well done on getting your hands on the brand new, the first one in Dubai, the iPhone 14 Pro from the mall of the Emirates store.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.